Sure. My name is Shane DeLorme, and I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Mm-hmm. My name is Pup Rockey. I'm also from Toronto in Canada.
Mm-hmm. So what's your connection to the pup community?
In what way? Like the connection?
Okay, so you're handler and pup?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm his handler.
Mm-hmm.
Been his handler for 5 months, and I've been a handler for 5 months. So
okay, so
I'm still very new to it.
Okay, so how did you discover the pup community?
I became aware of the pup community through the Black Eagle Kennel Club in Toronto, doing their monthly pup moshes, and had observed it for probably a couple of years beforehand, and kind of slowly got interested. Honestly, the first time I saw it, I thought they were just absolutely crazy. Mm-hmm. It was like, oh my God, this is so weird. But as I got to know more about it and understand it, I realized that I wanted to be a handler, not a pup. Mm-hmm. But I had to find the right pup, and I did.
And how did the two of you meet?
We actually met...
Scrabble Munch.
Yeah. The gentleman who organizes the Black Eagle Kennel Club Pup Nights also does a monthly Scrabble brunch. So we go for brunch at a restaurant, and then we play Scrabble. Play a round of Scrabble with a bunch of people, and that's where we actually met. And then just over time we started talking and got to know each other. Went out to a few events together, and eventually got to the point where I offered him my collar, and Rocky accepted.
Because when I look at the iconography of the Black Eagle Kennel Club, it strikes me as hardcore BDSM, right? That's the impression I got.
It may have gotten its roots in that, because Paul Shantar, who founded the Black Eagle Kennel Club, he's a former Canadian leatherman. Mm-hmm. And so it does have its roots in BDSM, but over the last few years, it's kind of moved a bit away from that. Mm-hmm. We still have a lot of leather pups that are there, but we also have pups like Rocky, he's into leather, he's into rubber, he's into ABDL, he's into he wears women's clothes, men's clothes. He has a fursona as well. So it's all over the board. I'm a leather man, but with him I push it off to the side a bit.
Okay, and today you're wearing quite a marked uniform.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it started with one pup that I saw, which was Tyke Hunt, and I thought that was just amazing. But also the history, because my whole side of family's in the military. So I decided to do like a pup military as well. And it just, ever since I've got it, and it's been, I think, a few months now since I've had it, and just the reaction of people are saying like, oh my God, I have never seen this before, and you look amazing. And I just give them a good barks and hugs. It's, and mostly just because of my dad, who's inspired me.
Sorry?
My dad was in the military as well.
Okay.
So I had to get a different uniform because his didn't fit me. So I wanted to use his, but it just didn't fit me because my dad's like 6'5" and I'm only 5'8", so it would not fit me.
Does your dad know that you're a pup?
Yes. We went down on Christmas to visit my sister, and then he's like, oh, my chain and collar. He's like, what about my collar? And then I told him, I'm a pup. And he first thought of like, what? That was his reaction. Then I pulled my pup hood out of my bag, and he was, I think in his eyes I could see he was a bit shocked at first, but then after that I think he said, I could tell it's just how I live my life and just be who I can be, and if whatever makes me happy, just go for it, he said.
Okay.
So it's really have made me happy. Okay. So my dad's very supportive as well.
Yeah, you're very lucky.
I'm very lucky to have my dad to help me. And when I told him I came out of the closet as well 2 years ago, he didn't speak for me for about an hour.
That's different for many people.
Yes. I know I had a friend who came out and has pretty much his family's neglected him ever since. So I'm very fortunate to have my dad to accept me as who I am, and he's supportive ever since.
And is that universal across your whole family?
I don't think it is. I think I'm the first one in my family to come out of the closet. My stepmom knew something was different about me. But she didn't say anything until I've actually said it. And then she had a relief of saying, I don't have to say it. So she knew, but she didn't want to say anything.
Yeah. What attracted you to the pup community?
Well, I've been into bondage, the BDSM world for the past, I think it's going on maybe, 2002, 2005, so probably about
15 years.
About 15 years.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay.
My mom passed in 2002, which was a heartbreak. So if I didn't find like the bondage, I needed to keep myself occupied. So I was just keeping stress levels, looking at some bondage stuff, and then when I was old enough to go into the first adult store, I was like, are these people nuts? And then it just progressed from there. And then when I came out of the closet, I also discovered puppy play. And I was like, oh, okay. So I had a friend who was in it longer. He showed me the ropes a bit on how to do a bit of pup play, which now he's my alpha. And ever since then, for now the past 2.5 years of being a pup has just been amazing. But he guided me into the pup scene. And a whole bunch of other people have been supportive, learning new things. And it's just been the best experience of my life.
Now, I knew that I was gay at the age of 13, but I wasn't aware that I was kinky at the age of 13. It must be what's it like to be in, say, junior high school, age 13, knowing that you're into bondage?
I didn't really, I kept it most to myself. I didn't really, I don't know how to say it, but I wasn't really showing it as, I'm not sure what the words to say about it. But in high school, not much. I kept everything personal. And then when I moved to Kingston, where I lived for 4 years, that's when it really started of me to come out. Buying the gear and going to the events, trying the gear on as well, was just, I was like, wow, this stuff is amazing. Being tied down, it's like all that stress has just gone away. And I was like, how come I didn't do this when I was earlier, like in high school? Which is, I should have known earlier. But
so some people come into BDSM as a it's a drive, it's an energizing thing, it's something that gives them, it gets them off, it's a charge. Whereas some people, and as you've said, it's a relief. What relief does it give you?
All the excuse me, all the relief, like work and anything that's going on in my life, I've just found going into like some small gears with a friend. He puts me in gear, like my alpha, he'll put me in some gear. We have like a little play scene, so I'm tied down or in a sleep sack or anything, and I like float away. I'm like, everything, that all the stress and everything is gone. I'm in a headspace, and it's like this world is not even here anymore. And then when I come out of it, all that relief is gone. All that stress, anger, work and everything, it's gone. And then I wake up the next morning and ready for the next day.
Okay. So you mentioned that you were inspired by Tyke.
Yes.
Tyke Hunt, who's very well known amongst the community. What, in your early pup days, was Tyke your main inspiration? Or
she wasn't. It was, I seen Tyke before, but that was when I was just slowly getting into puppy play. I think it was my alpha, who lives also in Kingston, who's really got me into it. And then watching videos of people, their interviews about their puppy play and how to, like, what is it, and has really helped me to understand. Then I saw Tyke's interview video with Miss Lynn Hunt as well, and I'm just like, oh my god, watching your video has really inspired me too. And then I've watched Pup Boss's video as well, and that really also got me inspired as well to just be who I am and not worry about what other people would think about me and who I am.
Okay. So you're here with your handler at an event that's very focused on, there's, for a younger pup or any pup really, it's an event that is hugely, I think it's iconic in some ways, and the pup community has grown through Claw. What has the Claw weekend given you both?
Well, first things first, I think it's been a real bonding experience for us. We've gotten so much closer together just over 2 days. It's been really amazing. Seeing how many pups are here was just a shock for me. It's one thing to see them, see all these people on Facebook and through social media, but to actually see it, our pup moshes in Toronto generally attract about 30 to 50 pups. To see a pup mosh that's got like 150 plus pups was just mind-boggling. It's also helped me, like, when I became a handler and kind of started friending pups online and stuff like that, I was so impressed at how much support and how friendly the pup community is internationally, and that has been amplified tenfold just by being here, seeing how friendly and helpful and welcoming the entire community has been.
And yourself?
This is my first Claw, so I was sort of not, it is beyond what I've expected. It has just pretty much opened my eyes. People I've talked to, like on Facebook and Telegram, and meeting them for the first time has just like, oh my god, like my heart has just like dropped, like, because I wanted to meet you, but we haven't had to, we were like talking on Skype or whatever, but to actually physically see you and hug you and meet you was just, it's an honor to meet these people that it's just pretty much, there's no words for me to say how amazing this event has been to me. And it's just,
after meeting you and Pup Boss at the Pup Mosh, Rocky he just buried his head in my shoulder and just started crying tears of joy because he was so happy to meet, like, you are his hero.
Okay.
You and Pup Boss.
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
It's true.
You have inspired him.
You guys have
so
inspired
much.
me.
And sometimes when you meet your hero, it can go really, really well, or it can go really, really badly, right? Depending on who the person is. And the experience has been so positive for him. So I'm grateful to both of you for that.
You guys have inspired me to just be who I am, and just keep living my life. And like people, some people have come up to me and it's like, are you crazy? And it's like, you know what? You can say whatever you want, but this is who I am, and I'm not going to change. So this has helped me relieve my stress that I have a lot. I've also been diagnosed with panic anxiety attacks that can cause by, looks like a seizure as well if it gets too far. So being a puppy, going into that headspace has relieved all of that for me. That's
You've got other supports and that outside of pup.
That's right. Yeah, all other supports as well, and it's been very helpful being in the pup community and meeting everyone that I wanted to, including you and Pup Boss as well.
Well, thank you. Do you feel that being part of a community has given you a sense of grounding and a home, perhaps.
Yes, it has. Before, I think I was lost before I found puppy play, because when I was younger and getting into the bondage scenes, I felt like I was a stray of these people. Like, they're older, they have more experience than me. I'm like a shy little, like, I would say to them that I'd be like a boy, so shy in a corner and don't know what to do. Being part of the pup community, everyone has been with open, well arms. No one has been bad to me. It just, if I'm sad in a corner, I would have someone, like a handler or a puppy, just come up and give me a hug. Just because, like, they see a puppy, like, lonely or sad. I've had that happen to me lots. Someone has just come up and has given me a hug because I'm sad. They see me, like, lonely, and they've have really helped me. So the community, for me, it's an honor to be in.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the door. It's so if I was like, if people wanted to get to know the people of Toronto better, and particularly the pup scene of Toronto a little bit better, what's the best way that people could contact you?
Contact us.
Yeah, or find out more about the scene within Toronto.
Definitely the Black Eagle Kennel Club
Yes.
On Facebook. I recently started a group called Toronto Pups and Handlers, so that we're also on Facebook doing events and educational stuff and educational seminars and stuff like that. So that would be the two main areas. And if you're in Toronto, come to the Black Eagle, because you're always going to find some pups there.
Yeah. Before I moved to Toronto, I've always gone to the Eagle. I've only been in Toronto for about almost a year now, but I've been going to the Eagle probably for a year and a half now. And because I was a puppy then, but I would have to travel, but I always gone, and it's just been an amazing experience. And I would say, if you want to know about puppy play, if you want to get down on the motts, if you're in Toronto, just come to the Black Eagle. We're friendly, open arms, and that's, I think, pretty much it. Like, there's no negativity there. Everyone's friendly. I think,
Sounds great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So if anybody wanted to contact either of you, what would be the best way that they can do that?
Probably Facebook.
Facebook, and for me, it's Facebook, Telegram that I have. I also have my email address, which is I can't remember. I got like 4 emails. My Facebook is Rocky May, because obviously Facebook doesn't like to use pup names, but Rocky May, and also on Telegram, which is Rocky, Pup Rockey. Okay. Those are the two where I'm always on. You can always contact me, and if anyone has any further questions about it, feel free to drop me a line. I will answer. I am also busy, like everyone else, but I will get to you, and don't be afraid to say hello. When I came out, I was afraid to say hello to everyone as well, but then since then I just bite the bullet, and I was like, hello, how are you? And it's just like, and I've always got positive response back from people. Everyone's saying hi and everything. So if you want to contact me, it's both those two, Facebook and Telegram.
That's fantastic.
For me, probably the easiest way to get in contact with me is just the Toronto Pups and Handlers group on Facebook, and you can find me in there, and then send me a friend request, and I have no problems with anybody contacting me from the pup community. Glad I'm a handler, so we don't just look out for our own pups. We look out for all pups. And I've had a number of pups contact me online, looking for advice. New pups to the community, not sure how to come out, and so bringing them to their first pup night and introduce them to the community, kind of show them the ropes, what to do, what to be aware of in terms of safety and stuff like that. So.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you both very much for your time, and we really appreciate getting to know people from around the world. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.